verse 35, Jesus said that never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Good morning. My name is Emman Granada, 15 years old, and this is my life story. I knew about Jesus Christ since I was 7 years old, because my family had been part of CCF Calayan since the Waga days. But I must admit, I haven't fully grasped His love back then, and somehow would refer to Him only as someone like Dr. Jose. Sometime in 2010, I was 12 years old at that time. My father passed away. It was the most depressing moment of my life. My father and I were very close. We were like buddies. And the feeling of separation, not being able to see him, hold him, or play tennis with him anymore was very, very painful. This incident led me to confusion and doubt about God's existence and love. I became resentful towards God. Because of my bitterness towards God and life in general, I stopped attending Sunday worship service with my mother for almost a year. Instead, I spent my weekly weekends with my barcadas at the Visorias Night Cafe. We would stay at the Night Cafe till 3 a.m. This worries my mom very much. She always comes to me home because she does not want me to be in danger or in any harm. This, I believe, what loving parents always do. And besides, staying late at night is not appropriate for my age, especially when your peers are under the influence of liquor already. Every time I went home from the night cafe, my mom would always smell my mom by the time I was asleep to check if I also drank alcohol in my barcadas. But thankfully, my mom did not notice it because I only drank a small amount of it. My school life was also in a mess. From first year to second year high school, I always failed in all my subjects in every quarter. That's why my mom would always go to my school every quarter and beg my teachers if it's possible for them to change the 74 point something to 75. She would bring food to my teachers as quote and quote wages for my failing grades. In other words, pasisit lang si mama. The wages of sleep is there, so the wages of my failing grades are good. Though my mom is very supportive and loving, I still was not able to recognize it, and I still remain disobedient to her. As I was spending most of my time, my barcadas would give satisfaction and happiness, but I was wrong. I believe it was God who put hunger and who wanted to know more about Him. I don't know what really happened or what's on my mind during that time, but sometime in July last year, I asked my mom if I can go with her and let me go. Maybe just to observe what we are doing every Friday. I'm sure God appreciated everything because my mother agreed with a big yes. When we reached CCF, their big group was packed with people older than me. Obviously, the wife of the group leader knew that I cannot relate to any of the topics. So she invited me to go to Jesus, the former name of Elevate, which was a Friday activity simultaneous with my mother's group. I was so hesitant to join and not comfortable to be there because I did not know about the people that I was going to encounter. I also did not know if I can share with them or can relate with what's going to happen there because I don't know a lot about the Bible. However, she persisted and brought me to go to the youth gathering, so I joined. The topic was about ending for mutual understanding, and it really piqued my interest. Little did I know that it was the beginning of my relationship with God. By God's grace, I continually joined Jason until it became relevant. That very night, somebody shared with me the gospel and how Jesus Christ died on the cross just for me to be saved by His grace through faith. For the first time, I realized that from the moment when my father died, God's love for me was there, as well as His comfort and plan. I then immediately invited Jesus Christ to come into my life on July 23, 2018. Starting that time, I continually joined Elevate and the group meeting. Because of God's faithfulness, He empowered me and made me a breakout leader and then eventually became a group leader. He also used me to be one of the worship leaders in Elevate Life High School. The time that was spent before with my barcadas during Friday and Saturday night cafes were changed to joining every Friday live college and Saturday live high school at the Elevate Hub. At Elevate, God did not just give me friends, but ordinary friends that were used by extraordinary. They were extraordinary because they were leaders, not just bigger leaders, but also Christ-committed servant leaders. Also, after I committed my life to Christ, my third year of high school was totally different from my first 2 years. From not having interest in school or any school activities, God amazingly allowed me to become the third grade class president and the science club vice president. The grades that were mostly 74 were changed mostly to between 83 to 89%. This really confused a lot of my teachers and made my mom very, very happy. Also, by God's awesomeness, He also allowed me to reign as the school's SSG Supreme Student Government President for this coming school year, 2014-2015, using Elevate's mission and vision as my SSG platform, taking every student in my campus to the next level. I know that this position is very hard to accomplish, and I became worried and anxious about being a good leader. But gleaning from His word in Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, that I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. I know God will be with me and will help me. By the grace of God, the changes that were shown in my life brought joy and happiness to my family, especially to my mother. I would like to end my testimony with a quote from Auntie Sandy that I read. There is an appropriate time to use your story, not as an excuse, but as a testimony to God's ability to free you from the past. Once again, I am Manuel C. Granada, who once was lost, but now by God's grace, taken to the next level to take others to the next level. To God be all the glory.